Hello everybody and welcome to the Cat on Arcade. Today we're playing a Mortician's Tale. So I just realized the first 10 minutes of recording my mic actually wasn't recording. So I'm going to go ahead and redo my intro and quickly give a recap on what we just did up until this point. But my name's Mark. I recently was told by a friend that there was a bundle on itch.io with over 1,000 indie games. And I went ahead and got it. There was Night in the Woods, Celeste, some of my favorite games and some games I've always wanted to play. And I also am very interested in game design. And so playing different games with different perspectives is something that interests me a lot. If you're interested in this bundle, I'm going to do my best to get this video out with at least a day left in the bundle, so I'll link it down in the description below. I won't advertise this video under any other pretenses, such as what the bundle is raising funds for, which is a great cause, a great fundraiser. So I'm not going to put any other links, just because of that. Not like this video is going to get any traction. But welcome to A Mortician's Tale. The description of this game really got me. The art looks very nice, very simplistic. And essentially you are a post-grad, I guess, working at a funeral home now, and this family is the first family, and they've asked for no embalming on the body. The quick tutorial told you how to clean it. You have the ability to check emails from a funeral director, and I'll kind of recap that stuff as we go back and maybe overlay it in editing here. Just glad my mic is recording. I went to check the desktop audio to make sure it wasn't too loud, but here we are. Should have hated these paintings. She was so particular. And they are talking about Miss Garcia. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I haven't talked to this guy. They were talking about embalming and almost cracked a joke. He was a little hungry boy, and they were reminiscing. We don't usually small talk a lot of these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Okay, and I guess check the casket. Pay condolences. There was an email about funeral etiquette, and I'm assuming this is kind of cool. I like the aspect of this game, and again, I play all these different games to try and learn from what I like, what I don't like about games. I really like the aspect of everything being cool colors, and orange being this notification color. So yeah, at the beginning of the game, we started in this room here. Not a walkthrough or anything. I just think the context is important. And you're able to see all these different emails. Jennifer is a friend of ours who's working at a museum in London. Amy Rose is the funeral director, but I will be reading all these out because I believe this is what the game revolves around. All right. So let me explain this a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing on her corset. It's fascinating because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting or hysteria, it's actually been associated with visceroptosis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen, right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, TLDR, corset's probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal damage. And I'm tired of the condensation? Condensation? Condescending? It's condescending, but condescension? I did not know that was a word. Condescension about my wardrobe. That also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically research, and yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. We're Charlie. Charlotte, but we prefer Charlie. Sincerely, thank you. Hi Amy, please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with our mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share home-cooked meals, sharing stories, being there together, it meant a lot. So, what I'm saying is, it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in that way, and I know how much of that was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director, which I believe is me. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Matthew Jeffrey, he is the funeral director. Yes. He sent us a welcome email. I am going to speak kind of fast because I feel like there's so much reading. But, have this video in the background. Just have a listen. This is the core of the game from what I read, and I think it can be quite impactful. So far, the music is absolutely amazing. Hey there, Charlie. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on their last trip around town. I was thinking, strange, I know. Did I ever tell you the first time I went to a funeral? I was a teenager, about to start university, and a friend of mine was killed in a car accident, totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff, messed me and my friends up real good. But so, the big day, we all got into our best suits and dress and packed ourselves into a few cars. There were a lot of us, so we had at least 3 different cars full of us, like clown cars, you know? While we're in the procession going to the cemetery, somebody in our car got a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some asshat driver who doesn't know not to not get in the way of a procession drove through the intersection and smashed straight into our friend's car. Nobody was hurt, thank God, but can you imagine getting that call? Anyways, one of my friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing. Just laughing her ass off in the way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they've gone fully off the deep end. And she laughed, and then we all started giggling because, like, go figure, life is messed up sometimes, you know? There's no moral, no point to that story, I guess. I just remembered that story and wanted to tell you, because we work with death all the time, and I still sometimes get caught off guard about what that actually means. Oh, before you get any ideas, this has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later, and is nothing unremarkable. Somebody has to do it, and I have a strong stomach, so why not? I'll see you in a bit. Charlie. What to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture. Okay, I'm assuming this has something to do with the next job. We all know... So, quick theory. I don't know if actually reading these emails changes the way I look, or, like, if I didn't read this, would I be changing the way I look coming up? Perhaps if I didn't read this email for the last funeral, I wouldn't have changed into better clothing. I don't know. Just a theory, but we're reading them anyway. We all know everyone wants to be respectful at funerals. Don't talk too loudly, be kind, smile, and refrain from inappropriate jokes. Sometimes people do. Okay, I'm sort of gonna... Big part of knowing what to wear. Roman Catholic funerals tend to lead black attire. Did you know that goes the Roman hour wear black as symbol for mourning? Hinduism and Chinese cultures, white is a typical color for funerals. In Islam, though, it is... Okay, I'm kind of... This is good to know for myself, too. It is less about the color you're wearing and more about how modestly you are dressed. Refrain from wearing any elaborate jewelry and be respectful of your behavior. For Sikh funerals, color of the clothing is important. To appropriately sit cross-legged. Be respectful is the #1 rule for any funeral. Even if it... Not wearing what you're used to wearing at a funeral, even if it just means asking how you can appropriately show your respects. How you can appropriately show your respects. Alright, notifications. Hi Charlie, here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing cremating family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. So the last email detailed that I should clean the body, no embalming, all that stuff. So the tutorial did tell me just to use the sponge. I'm assuming it's going to require me to memorize what I should do, but anyway, let's give it a shot. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval, an elderly man, died of old age. Nothing fancy, standard funeral with embalming. The last email she sent told me what a standard funeral was. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie Duval if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't bother you too much, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Okay, so I have to get on the proper gear. I have to make sure... Okay. I'll get right on it. Like, I don't know, would it have put me in the gear? Like, maybe it wouldn't have put me in the gear if I didn't read the bottom of that email. I genuinely don't know. Okay, no. I was like, wait, can I drink the coffee? It's still hot, though. Okay, whatever's going to tell me what to do. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Click on the sponge and drag it over the body to clean it. We did this with the last one, too. Click on the razor and drag it over the body to shave it. Makes sense. I guess I don't need... Okay. I can't miss. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. Rigor mortis is just for anyone who doesn't know. When the body dies, your muscles all tense up and flex because they get dehydrated. Eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each socket to give it shape. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag the glue onto each eye to shut it. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. To keep the mouth removed, you'll need to suture it. Click and drag the needle and thread. Wow, this is... small trigger warning at the beginning of this video. It's a little... hopefully it's not too gruesome for anyone. It's just, definitely a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision. the carotid artery. You're going to need a tube for draining the blood. Click on the tube and drag into the neck incision. Right. Click on the cannula and drag out of the carotid artery. Ah, I was right, carotid artery. Then I need to connect the embalming machine to the cannula. Grab some additional tubing and drag it to the cannula. That's the trocar. That's the cannula. Additional tubing. Oh, there we go. Click the button on the embalming machine to turn it on. Nope, didn't want to do that. In order to evenly distribute the chemicals, you have to massage them through the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. Okay, makes sense. Mr. Duval, I'll take good care of you post-mortem. Dang. It's a lot of formaldehyde. I did not know that this was done. This is totally new to me. To drain the organs of any remaining fluids. Oh, what was I didn't hold on long enough on that last one. I need more light in here, dude. And you're done. Mike will take care of Mr. Duval's makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend the funeral. So this is the part of the game that really intrigues me, is finding these stories after death, is finding people's stories after they die, of finding the perspective that they have. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and the next, poof, that person's gone. Just like, gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about for too long, like staring at the sun. I start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. Yeah. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's differently for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Okay, yeah. Although, like we read the email, some cultures do white. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. I really gotta work on the etiquette. Don't take out your cell phone. Ugh. SMH. What is that? Oh, that was the video game. I forgot to sign the registration book last time because I couldn't. I guess I still can't. Said good etiquette was to sign the registration book. Oh wow, we went from October to December. Okay. First one was 10:15 a.m., then 10:19, now 10:22. Interesting. Okay. You got mail. Time to quickly read almost to an ununderstandable level. Passing on this lovely thank you note. Thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Meet cutes for death positive cuties. Charlie, I was doing some reading. I know you hate when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. There's this dating site that's specifically for people working in the death industry, so maybe I'm a little worried for you. You haven't mentioned anybody new since the breakup of 2014, which we know what year it is, that we will never speak of again after this moment. I guess that makes sense to have people who are in this death industry, because that would be... Well, I'm not going to talk about things I don't know. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask about your day, so maybe meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea. Just promise me you'll consider, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. I know you look like a babe with pale skin and witchy gothy aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a good thing. Mom rant over. I'm going to try it out because turns out people get super scared off when you tell them you work in a museum filled with dead bodies. I wouldn't. It's kind of cool. I like anatomy. Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't know we were this weird as to outside people. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who is as much of a weirdo as I am. Miss you. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Me, isn't that the best name for death industry dating website? Tinder rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works just yet though. Museum curator Jen L. Hart. Teratoma? I guess it sounds like mastoma. It's a tumor. I just don't know what. Oh, tumors made with multiple different types of tissue. Interesting. Matthew Jeffrey. Forward. Paycheck coming late. Sorry. I don't like the look of this, not one bit. I know you've been only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent this to you. Also, I'm starving, so I'm going to grab some fast food before taking the hearse to the car wash. 2 birds, 1 stone, and swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? Let me know. Heading out in 15. Okay, so this is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and I don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terribly inconvenient if I cut you a check for next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing. I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. Again, so sorry about this. I assure you it won't happen again. So is that... foreshadowing. If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follows, you no doubt have been misgenerated the trends that people are at times subjected to during the funerals. There have been notable situations trans women have had wishes overruled by their families and have had... It's unfortunate. His pronouns of the CDC's funeral director, every male observation. If sex can be determined, inspection of the body enter unknown. Looking up to the observer. California's passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states a death certificate must reflect the deceased's gender identity as they lived it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I'm assuming it's a true thing. People who are trans deserve the same degree of respect, deserve the same, I don't know where I got degree, and death that people who are cisgender receive. Mr. United takes away. Welcome to you. Listen to people who come into your office. Depending on the laws around. Okay. Listen, learn, always be respectful. Yeah, listen and learn. Alright, cremation. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask you different questions. Okay, I'm on it. Oh, I should have checked the Rose and Daughters website. I'm curious if the prices went up. I barely remember them, but we'll check next time. Because of the whole payment thing. Okay, so there are a missing middle jar here. I guess this is... Before we cremate, we'll need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove this before the cremation process as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Click and drag the necklace into the purple tray. Should have read the last. I know it was going to skip. Now we need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she's been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. Great, she's all set. Does it matter if I click the top or bottom? I guess not. Oh, well, I clicked the top, so I guess not. Oh, look at that. I thought the missing jar was going to be one we use, but... This is the cremator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. Actually, I did know that. Using the cremulator will break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremulator. I didn't know that it was called the cremulator, though. Click on the urn and drag it. Click and drag the bone fragments. Wee! Sorry, that's inappropriate. That's so inappropriate. Physics. I'd guess this game was made with Unity, but I don't know. Click and drag the urn. Can I drag the necklace? I know that's like not, obviously not like something I want to do, but I was curious. Okay. And got him. Doop. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Alright. Mrs. Hall. Yeah, I'm sorry for the dark face cam. It's a rip. Okay, I just kind of, in terms of camera, just going this way around the room. This is nice in a weird way. She'd like that we're all together here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crepe cakes are perfect. Glad she was cremated, not in an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. I always do this last. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. Wait, these people are all still blue. Did that happen last time? But what happens if I visit? Do the voice dialogues change? I guess not. Okay, I still can't visit the registry. I guess it makes sense if I'm not like actually invited and I'm here just because I work here, to put it loosely. February. Okay, we are skipping months. 10:14 a.m. I like that they're staying around this like really small time frame, kind of randomly. Oh. Okay, before I forget, I'm checking the oh, I guess that's not the website. Oh dang. Okay, well it was foreshadowing. News about the future of Rose and Daughter's funeral home. Hi all, it is with a very heavy heart that I write to let you know all that Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. I had no idea how to start this email, and resources I googled told me to be best and easiest to break the ice. Be direct but remorseful, Google said. The truth is I don't really know what to say. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and Daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose in a lot of ways. And you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. It's been what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months? 5 months? 6 months. It's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes, larger corporations than we are that can take on more business and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. Sorry. Woo! With a lot of talking, especially as fast as I'm going, and I'm going too fast, I know. I end up yawning because my body's like, air, go up for air. Yeah, my heart rate's up. So, we've been bought, or I sold. Either way, soon, Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc., a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes, though honestly I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. Probably. I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point either. I've signed the papers, at least my father's legacy is still intact somewhat. Sorry, I'm checking the audio levels. They have a good reputation and have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but admittedly, I didn't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier for me. Please understand. You got it, boss. Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this. Thank you, note. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our request for my sister's funeral. It's a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. Such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. From Ryan Garcia. Hi, Amy. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if I was ever having troubles, I should reach out, and you would know somebody I could talk to about all this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and was very happy, and she's not in any pain now, but I still feel empty, Amy. I've never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was stronger than this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? I don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough, with work and the will, and trying to just be the best mom she can. I just need somebody to tell me that it'll be okay. Thank you, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience. I thought I would like to forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor or other professionals who can really help them. My enunciation's not falling out the window. Sometimes we get emails like this, when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult, and family isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I would be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a little tired today, not my usual self, and it would be good for you to start building these kinds of relationships on your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. Okay. A challenger approaches. Charlie, I've been playing a new game when things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Get it? Get it? No. I don't like. Okay. It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. And I thought my Minesweeper game was on point after working that overnight front desk job at that hotel for 3 years. But I must have gotten rusty. I'm gonna record a video one day with pebbles in my mouth. That was a weird thing. It requires a lot of context. Anyway, instead of mines, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghosts. The main character also kind of looks like you. Want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to when one of us is in town next. Keep on protecting Earth with green burials. Not only is better, Union Cemetery, natural burials over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, maybe not so good for big business. Help preserve natural resources. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors while at the same time lessening the impact we have on the environment when we're gone. Oh yeah, putting formaldehyde in the ground. But if they're in caskets, just sit there and wouldn't. I'm not gonna think about it too much. Reply and let us know. What if I could, gamer? I'm horrible at Minesweeper, so. Oh, can I not reset? Okay, there we go. Looks like a 4. What am I supposed to... What is 0, 0? What is this? Ooh, that was risky. Ah, I meant to click the one below it. Alright. I won't spend too much time with that. Hi, Amy. You asked if there were any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that would need to be removed. Thanks, Mariana. Please even know about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Sounds good. I'll take care of it. Always hydrate. Hydration check. Posture check. Posture check. Okay, we're still missing a middle of us from the right. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, he has a pacemaker that we'll need to remove. I was wondering what the scalpel was for. Because pacemakers are battery, they will explode in the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. Let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. You can drag the scalpel over the heart. You can see the pacemaker. Click on the forceps to click and drag the pacemaker. Oh, there we go. Put the forceps away, then place the round identification tag in the coffin. I guess if we're cremating him, we don't need to sew it back up, but I feel like that's an etiquette thing, maybe. We will close that door. What does that say? I genuinely can't tell. Oh, on, off. There's a line in the middle. It's not a letter. That's why. Using the cremulator will break the bone fragments down to ash-like remains. I'm just curious. Can I... No, I can't. Whee. You really can't screw this game up. And that makes sense. Don't get me wrong. Oh! No. Oh, phew. Oh, right. Yeah, you really can't mess this up. Oops. I thought physics was going to take care of that for me. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Oh, I just hit a button that I thought was weird. Let's do our same counterclockwise rotation. You ever end up clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it, stubborn. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could really use a beer right now. Did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? I really want to make a press F to pay respects joke, but... Oh, well, I can actually leave after I do that? Interesting. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. And yes. Qui es-tu? I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. Maybe one of the daughters or something. The paintings don't change. Oh, same month. That was the 14th, wasn't it? The late 11th. I think it was 11th. Oh, we're washing our hands. Good hygiene. We got an email. 4 or 5. Dude, I'm surprised how clean this inbox is. It's like mine. Rose and Daughters. Nope, same price. At least it doesn't look any different. The page looks exactly the same. Would want to pass along the... Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month, and I apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me, and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die. It hasn't been easy. Okay, I think this is just going to be a narrative game. There's no, you can't mess up the body, I guess. You hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker, look what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it, and I'm writing to you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyways, the idea is that it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made with what people call the biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose bodies, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients for the soil for plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for use in green caskets. I think this is what I want. It'll be just like Hannibal. Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. Is our best friend gonna die? I love all the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're on the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If it's not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. But seriously, I'm probably going to do this. There's no harm in planning ahead. Am I right? Things to avoid saying. At least they're no longer suffering. Bro. Oh, my Atlanta. I think they're at peace now. It's fine, but they're no longer suffering. Jesus. Yeah, don't do religious statements with the angels now. Yeah, let me know how I can help. Okay. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something. I say, how can I help a lot? And I realize it's not the right thing to say. I know how you feel. Yeah. Empathy versus sympathy. Don't just say stuff for the sake of saying stuff. Just say I'm sorry if you don't know what else to say. Our son. Oh. Charlie, I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront the situation yet. Anyways, they're never easy. Rose and Daughters has been asked to prepare the body of a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the families demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney or didn't have any witnesses sign his living will or his advance directive regarding these wishes, so his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. Matthew's graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with this subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting when Charlie is... Bro... Dude. Oh my Lanta. Disregard. At least it starts with a good day. Bruh. Disregard our son's will. He was clearly not thinking right. And didn't know what he really wanted. I'm gonna say no, dude. Can I do it and then cremate? Like, if I could do it and then cremate, but I don't think that's an option, so. Plus, I wouldn't want to wreck Rose and Daughters like that. Like, bruh. Oh, man. Alright, I'm suited up. Jeez. Open casket. Let's start by cleaning the body. Okay. Embalming. Maybe this is when it comes in. Embalming is a traditional thing. Breaker Mortis. Got it. Work on my mouse skills. Okay, and no, it still tells us what to do. Boom, 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 boom. Get those flicks in there. Sorry, that's really inappropriate. Moisturize the body. Make an incision to the neck. Shoop. Place some tubing. Yeah, we know the process. There we go. I don't really know when the... Well, let's see how fast I can do it. Speedrun! Again, inappropriate for this game, Mark. Jesus. Ah. I don't mean to make light of death or anything. I am going from top to bottom, but I could go bottom to up. But that doesn't make any sense to go bottom to up. Can you start anywhere on the thing? No. I'm going top down. Those two are really close together for some reason. Maybe those were two separate entities, or so to speak. Sue. I just said Sue out loud. Good job. And use the trocar to drain. I believe. No, that can't. Could. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing to use to drain bone marrow. Anyway, all done. Mike will take care of Mrs. Rossi's makeup as well as dressing and putting her in the casket. Putting her in her casket. I like how they said that. Her casket, not the casket. I read what I read out. I said what I thought I read. But I'm glad I went back for that. It's nice. Yeah, paintings still don't change. I don't know why I'm so caught up on the paintings. She's no longer suffering. Oh. We just read this! Yeah, she's in a better place now. She was too good for this world. Okay, thanks, Aunt Sandy. Dude, I hate She's in a Better Place now. Like, what, reality wasn't good? Are you telling me she didn't love being alive? Like, bro. That's one of my personal pet peeves. I get people have good intention to these things, but I haven't cried since she died, not once. How is Anna crying and not me? I'm the one who lost a parent. Oh, he's not crying. That's some people grieve in different ways, my gamer. Where's Maria? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with the food. Did you try the amaretti? Small talk it is. It doesn't look like her at all. I mean, they did say traditional burial, right? I'm not getting point stock for this. It's still a game. I still have that in my head. Don't get me wrong. I wonder, can I do something more? Like, because it's still golden? You're in a better place now. And my OCD tells me I have to do it a fourth time. Sorry. If I made a game like this, I would put an Easter egg where you have to, like, bow. Not bow, but... I'm just going to say bow for now. But bow twice the first time, 5 times the second, 3 times the fourth, like 9 times the fifth. I skipped third. I forgot the word for third. It's genuinely what just happened. Love that zombie hand on the left. Feature me. Zoom in. 4. I have a timesheet. From Chad Grant. Is this the guy? We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. There will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. Ooh, got 'em. We will send out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. I didn't like that last bit. We expect them to be followed impeccably. Not sure if that's like, you guys have been doing great and we expect you to kind of meet those regards, or like, you have to follow our rules. Probably the latter. Hillside Heritage. Oh, the tab is Hillside operated by... Oh, there's no picture of Rose anymore. Dang. Oh, they don't have subject to additional fee payment plans available. Bruh. 100 people. We've been like 6, maybe 7 people right now. What the hell? Can I just say first off that this is bullcrap? I know, knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your business for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. They just swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. It doesn't have the prices, right? But it is, yeah. I mean, they must have said. 2, Death Cafe. Come increase awareness of death. John, when people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. I like that. Can't really write much right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an inguinal hernia from 1750. It's kind of cool, actually. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death positive people there. Sounds like it'll be a safe space. I kind of like this whole idea of death positivity. I've never thought about it before. Different funeral traditions. Okay, we're gonna... Where the body's never supposed to be zone. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Compress remains into beads. Whoa. Interesting. Huh. That's actually... Never heard of that before. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated. To be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Thank you. Leah. Below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I'll review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Okay, so hold on. This is when the choice comes in. If it doesn't come in now, it's never coming in. She wants to be cremated. Okay. No, I didn't. Shoot. Meant to accept the email. Okay, no, never mind. There's no. Then again, I'm not sure. Someone else prepares the body in that way for me, so. Prepare the body for cremation. Nothing else on her? Okay, well, okay, it still tells me exactly what to do. Didn't say she had a pacemaker, so. Coming up on an hour. I still have plenty of time, though. Set aside 90 minutes for this recording session. If you're still here hanging out with me, thank you so much. I hope you are getting something from the game. If you're just listening to this in the background, I hope it's great background audio. I'm trying to talk most of the time. That's part of my job making these videos, is to fill the silence. To say a lot without actually saying anything at all. Using the cremulator will break these bone facts. Oh, whoa. Yeet. It's inappropriate. Yeet. Also inappropriate. Yeet. Also inappropriate. Put the urn back on the counter. We put the watch in. Put the identification tag in. Cap on. Alright. Matthew will take it to the funeral home. So I guess Amy has been fired. That sucks, dude. I guess you kind of got rid of that honcho, but like, oh yeah, because Grant took her place. Okay, I think there's one more person. We've increased our max people attending by 1. Ugh, Aunt Sandra's back. Should we do a vigil at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. It's one of my biggest fears, is death by a car accident. I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine to binge watch something right now. I'd recommend Daredevil. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? I wouldn't recommend Daredevil at a funeral, actually. No. If you need help, I can help. No, thanks. I mean, but no, I don't know. It's so intimate. It feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. Is this the father? So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. She was always so careful, wore her helmet, signaled, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Have you heard what's happened to the driver? No, I haven't. Wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them without asking about the legal ramifications of all this. Yeah, after all, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Oh. Was it Barbara? For some reason I thought it was a daughter-parent relationship. I guess just riding a bike was an association with parent and child. March 24th, so, okay. Oops. Oh, I'm caring for my plant. I'm caring for life. I need to go to the bathroom so bad. Alrighty, and let's go. I think this game's format of being this length of game is good. I think visual narrative games, they can't be too long, you know? Oh no. I don't want to read anything from Chad Grant. Alright. So there's a required uniform and dress code. No tattoos can be visible. Oh, my coffee's on the left. I never noticed this. Okay, consider the opportunity to upsell. Always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. Alright. Whoo! Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Oh my. Encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food package. Bro, there were so many people in the first few funerals that loved bringing in the home-cooked meals. I expect them all to be instituted effective immediately to the high quality. Bro. Wow, this game, I was expecting this game to hit in a different way. in the feels, not in the frickin' frustration at capitalism. Oh my Lanta. I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Hillside can and will perform green barrels. We do not perform green barrels as they are not cost effective. Oh my lord. All employees must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, so do try your hardest to convince families requesting green barrels. Oh my god, this dude. Latest contract acquisition. I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs like a human being, Charlie. A human being. The appeal of a home funeral is apparent, especially the deceased. The idea of keeping a home until they are ready to be buried can be counted. A home funeral? I'm gonna, yeah. It's not gross, but it's important to understand that you can interesting, yeah. Economical, yeah. Make sure to follow everything in the book, but just know that this may be an option to oversee your loved ones. Bro, I am proud to announce that the Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, Charlotte. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as it is the more cost-efficient of the two. Wait. Bro. So they're being paid for something I'm about to do and I'm not going to get paid for it. Okay, whatever. I don't care about money. First unclaimed body will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver. Cadavers are dead bodies, but I thought cadaver was inherently like a dead body used for science. Definition of cadaver. A corpse. Okay, it's just a corpse. For some reason, I've always heard it in the context of I'm studying with like this cadaver I'm studying on or something. I should have looked at the website to see if things changed, but bro. Oh. First body, yeah. Okay, there's definitely valuables on him somewhere. He doesn't seem to be valuables on him that would be damaged during cremation, so let's worry about putting his identification evidence. Can I not? I want to check. I want to pat him down. I can't pat him down. Can I check for... Nope. Alright. So I'll have to be cremated now. I checked! You can't say I didn't check. Please don't blow up because there's a pacemaker inside. Yeah, it's a left carotid above the heart. I guess the ... jot was just like, well, I guess we're the game now, and we're just, and, oh my god, there's no design on the urn anymore, bro. I hate capitalism. Okay, they definitely can't make that out. Bro. Matthew will take the urn to the funeral parlor, but there's no one to claim it, is there? Unclaimed body. I cannot believe it, dude. Damn. Okay. You know how I said this game wasn't hitting me in the feels? I just got hit in the feels. Yeah. When I die, I want mine to be done at a home, funeral home. A mom and pop funeral home. Oh, there's a vase in the center now. Is that the guy? I think that's the guy. It's been like a week, 2 weeks, March 24th to April 9th. Oh boy. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. subsidiary Rose and Daughters has just signed a contract allowing us to access all the cadavers that come through the pediatric and maternity ward. Oh my Lanta. You can read the rest of that on your own if you want. Charlie, it's official. I put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, I just saw register a business in the top corner. Especially my driving ones are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself, but you I am worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? P.S. I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. I kissed her. Dating a special effects makeup artist, she was like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted by the idea of a support group for the people who've been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super deaf positive and isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into it like that last dude I saw. Isn't too into. Yeah, I can't remember. So how many bodies you get through dick? I'm trying not to be funny during this game. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be trying to be funny. You know what I mean? It's just really like I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. Feel that sometimes. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento Mori or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of the Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think we're going to do it? You know you have my support 100% no matter what you decide. We can't see my emails, can we? Water. Everyone not a drop to drink. Water cremation. Flameless cremation. Yeah, because cremation inherently has fire in the definition, I believe. Dude, I'm like, this is the most I've ever looked up words in definition of in like a short segment. But disposal of dead person's body by burning it. Yeah. How does it work? Basic water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali and water heated up to very okay. Opposed to the same water tree-based process use factory. So you know. Yeah, this makes sense. I know that Chad here. I already emailed him about the green thing. Okay, before I forget, register a business. Okay, I can scroll here. If you're interested in starting a funeral services business, you may need the following permits and license. Okay, so I'm looking at starting my own. Alright, okay, cool. Dear Mr. Grant, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. We talked about the home funeral in the last email, I guess, from the whatever. I want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. We don't know what to do. I just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Okay. I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was, beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this. Dude, it's Rose and Daughters comes after Hillside Heritage. Oh, it's probably. Okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Jesus. I know this too. I've seen this before. Right? And I've been behind the scenes in a real life situation for this, and it's garbage. Charlotte, I see you're not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. No, it is absolutely not. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Sure thing, I'll get right to it, boss. Oh my god. Mortician's Tale, dude. Bro, I'm sending screenshots because this reminds me of someone, to a friend of mine. Oh my Lanta. Open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body. Did they ask for an open casket funeral though? I don't think they did. I think they accepted an open casket funeral and their wishes were just denied. Ugh. Bro. Sorry, my DPS is waiting until I caps. Yeah. Let me want to glue them shut. Boop, boop. And then poop. And then boom, bang, boom, 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 boom. Lotion, right? Yeah. I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound at all. Shoop, shoop. Tube, put in this bad boy. Then we get the tube again. I think it's here. Yeah, I got him. On that, and then massage. Massage again. Wow, that, oh man, dude. That last funeral really hit me. Now I get where the game's going. Now I get where the game is going. It's definitely a narrative game. No messing up here. You're just reacting to... That's the beautiful thing with video games, right? And I've been thinking about a lot about this recently is... Even if your player doesn't have a choice, for example, I don't have the choice to have left the funeral home before, or it wasn't my actions that led us to be bought out, right? But there was the illusion of the action through these small things like the tabs looking for my own business, the small email, the portion of the email that says you are unable to upsell your client. Those small things involve you. They give the player more agency, and that game is doing this. From my perspective, from my unprofessional and uneducated perspective, very well. Yeah. Good God. Okay. Well, it's popping, but... I love how the thing on the website starts at 25 people, too. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. Because they're small foods, dude. The wrong thing to focus on, I know. It's so cold in here. I think they have air conditioning on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. It would be good to stretch my legs. It's Mr. Jimko. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. Wish I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Me too. 3 p.m. Park behind my house, Chad. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Hey, what do you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show was so good. I saw the video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. Bro, we outie. Chad literally just said, copy paste my email if anyone ever says no. August! Holy crap, we just went from April to August? Am I upper management, or am I in my own office? I think I'm in my own office, seeing as how it's decorated to me, yeah. Let's go, gamers! Charlie, dear, I am so proud of you. I know there was something special. See, this, I had no impact, right, on this outcome, but I feel proud because I did it. That's what I mean by giving the player agency, and I hope everyone watching feels that too. Charlie, dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Best wishes, Amy Rose. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. You'll never believe what new job I'm working now. Open this email to find out. Hey, Charlie, when I first became a hearse driver ready for some fast talking, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering. It was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree. And thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I'm working for us. Wait for it, bus driver, a school bus driver. Charlie, can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I didn't know what else to tell you. How else to tell you? For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Scheming children, might I add. I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute, but don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by our new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can get a bite. Today's field trip. Congratulations on your new business, Charlie. I'm so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase. But you stuck through it all like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying to not be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. Always. P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over to you. Our goal is to empower... Oh... National Burial Park. Okay, I respect that. Infants are buried at no charge. We can provide a 3x3 plot and help opening. That's very sweet. That's so wholesome, dude. Dear Charlie, today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Eileen Hansen. Am I no longer doing the... I guess I'm not. My tattoos are showing. That's a little significant. Oh, that's just so nice. I don't know about those animations, if we're being honest. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. The great thing about this music, and I'm saying this because it just hit me, like these vocals are really good. They fit really well. It didn't get redundant. I didn't unconsciously notice the looping. Gabby, Andrew, Helena, Jacqueline, Ken, Rob. I missed the last one, I'm sorry. Well done to everybody. Kermit! The frog got... Honestly, that was... Research was really well done for this one. I think. I mean, I learned something. I learned a lot of new things. I know it's obviously not specific. It's not like I can walk into a funeral and be like, hey, I'm your funeral director now. But I learned a lot, and the feels hit me. It was more frustration at Chad. I was right. It is Unity. I don't know why I knew that. I think it's just like the odds were in my favor. Okay, so it was based with Ontario in memory of... Oh, I was like, isn't the Renzio the game designer? I guess the last names must have been people working on the game. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this game. This game was actually so... I don't want to say fun. It was a good game. I think it was a really good game. And I think the hour kind of format really worked for this game. This video is going to be about an hour, 10 minutes. So if you've made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching. Again, the link to the bundle, there will be probably just about a day left by the time I get this video up. Please check out the bundle in the description below. They have surpassed, well past their goal of $5 million, and I think are, at the time of recording, about $6.5 million or so. So thanks again. Appreciate the ones who are with you on this earth right now. I feel like I should say something meaningful, but take from this game what you will. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. If you haven't already, do leave a comment. I love responding to comments, and I would love to hear any and all thoughts on the game. Have a good one, and as always, don't forget to stay awesome.